Hey there. Sorry to text you out of the blue, but I just wanted to make sure that I had the right number to be talking to Carly. Is this her?
Oh, yes, this is Carly, but do you mind if I ask who I'm texting and how you got this number in the first place?
Nice to meet you, Carly. I'm Troy, the father of the boy that your parents are setting you up with tomorrow. I just really wanted to apologize about all this. But, anyways, I was looking over some of the information on you that my parents were telling me, and well, the weird thing is that I can't see any information on your dad at all, really.
Oh, I see. Well, I suppose that would make sense. After all, I don't really have a dad, so when my mom asked me to fill out that questionnaire about myself, I just left that section blank.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a second there. Are you telling me that my son is supposed to go on a date tomorrow with a woman who was only raised by one parent?
Well, yes, I was only raised by my mom, if you must know, but is there some kind of a problem that you have with that or something? Besides, from what I understand, your wife and my mother are really good friends who go way back together. In fact, wasn't it those two who arranged for us to have this date in the first place?
Oh, come on. Don't stay with me about that. I really can't believe that my wife would do that. What was she thinking? But whatever. Now that I know, I don't want you to show up tomorrow.
Hold on just a second. What do you mean by that? Are you really saying that you want to cancel everything? I don't understand where this is coming from.
Do you really not get it? You really don't see why I would want to cancel this and save my son the trouble of meeting you? Well, what else could I expect from a girl only raised by her mother? You really think that I'm going to let my son go on a date with someone like you? You think that you're even good enough to be with my son? Huh?
I really don't understand where any of this is coming from at all, but if your wife and my mom arranged it, then your wife had to know the conditions surrounding my upbringing, right?
I don't want to hear whatever dumb excuse you've come up with to try and convince yourself that you're good enough to go on a date with my son. It just isn't going to work. So don't even bother showing up tomorrow. Got it? You really have some nerve. Do you know that? I thought I told you that I didn't want you to show up to my house tomorrow. What part about that wasn't I clear about? You should have never come here. What's the matter with you? You're nothing but trash. Do you know that? I never ever want to see you around here again.
Okay, I have had just about enough of this. You are a grown man, and this is honestly ridiculous. Your wife and my mom worked hard to try and arrange it so that I could come over and discuss starting to go out with your son. But the moment I walked in the door, you literally punched me in the face and then started screaming at me while I was on the floor to leave your house and never come back.
Well, what other choice did you leave me? Here I thought I had gotten rid of you, and then all of a sudden you appear on my doorstep about to walk into my house as if you own the place or something like that.
What in the world are you talking about? I was literally invited to your house. Your wife told my mom and I to come over. You punched me.
I guess a dumb girl like you just isn't able to understand what I'm trying to tell you, huh? But you sure have some nerve disobeying me after what I told you yesterday. So if you're so upset about getting punched in the face, then maybe you should smarten up and learn to listen when a man tells you not to step foot inside his home. In fact, I have half a mind to sue you and your mother for trespassing. So what do you think about that, huh?
Are you kidding me? You really think that you're going to be able to get away with something like that? You really think that you're going to be able to spin this around and make it out so that my mom and I are the bad guys here? You really are delusional. Do you know that?
Shut up! I'm sick and tired of having to exchange these stupid messages with you. You really thought that I was ever going to let a woman as low as you, who was only raised by her mother, anywhere near my boy? You must know that my family comes from a long, long, long line of bankers, and I'm not about to let your crappy genes ruin our highly curated pool.
Well, okay then. I guess that just means that I'll have to take all of my millions to another bank then, won't I?
What in the world are you talking about? Your millions? Your millions of what? You don't know what wealth is. You wouldn't know what wealth is if it punched you in the face. Which it did.
Hey, Hey, Carly, are you okay? I can't believe that you got hit in the face like this. How could he have done that to you? Are you okay? Did you put some ice on it? Hey, Mom, I'm okay. Thanks for asking. There was some swelling, but I think it's finally starting to go down just a little bit. It's not a huge deal. Oh, that is just such a relief to hear. I am so happy that you're okay. I really just can't help but feel like this is all my fault somehow. I really am so sorry this happened to you. I don't know what I was thinking taking you with me to the house after the way that he was talking to you. I'm just glad that you're all right, though. Mom, please, you have nothing to apologize about at all. I mean, you weren't the one who hit me in the face, and you had no way of knowing that Troy would even act like that. You didn't do anything wrong at all, and I don't want you to feel bad about things that aren't your fault, okay? So please, don't apologize to me over this. Well, okay then. I suppose that does make sense, but you're my daughter, and I just feel so bad that something like this happened to you. It's just so horrible. I know. I mean, I really didn't think that he was going to do that. Even yesterday, when he was telling me not to show up today, I didn't think that he'd act like this. But then when he saw you and I walking up his driveway, he practically flew out the door, shouted for us to go home, and socked me right in the face. I thought something might have been up with him when he was sending me those awful texts yesterday, but I didn't think he would be the kind of person to do something like this. But anyways, did you manage to talk to his wife about this at all? I have to imagine that she must have been pretty shaken up about all of this as well, right? Yes, she was a bit shaken up, just like I was, but it's okay. We both calmed down and talked about it, and then I had to go back and make a phone call to the bank. I told Linda, Troy's wife, that I was afraid that I had to do what needed to be done, and I wasn't going to stand and let her husband insult and assault my daughter. So I just want you to know that I stuck up for you and told Linda that what happened today was absolutely unacceptable and that I was going to do what needed to be done. Wow, and you were all calm during that talk with Linda? After all, I know how frightening you can get when you're angry, you know. Me? Frightening? Well, I am sure that I have no idea what you're talking about. I am nothing but lovely all of the time, right? I don't know, Mom. I've seen you get pretty mad a few times in my day, and I have to say that you really can be quite frightening. Do you know that? Well, sure, I know that when you were little and I was raising you, there were certainly times when I needed to raise my voice with you, and I'm sure you must have thought I was terrifying then. But you also know that it wasn't easy for me to raise you all on my own, after all. It was only me figuring out how to be a parent all on my own. But I just want you to know that I am so proud of how you turned out, and I don't think you should ever let anyone talk to you the way Troy did. I know that, Mom. In fact, the only reason that I do know all of that is because of the way that you raised me, so thank you so much for doing it right. I just want you to know that I'm not going to take this lying down either. I'm going to put Troy in his place. Oh, I'm sure that you will. I have no doubt in my mind that you'll do just that. Knowing you, I am sure that Troy is in for the thrashing of a lifetime. After all, if I really do get scary when I get mad, then I'm sure that the apple didn't fall far from the tree. Hey there, Troy. Do you have a moment to talk to me about something? I actually just wanted to pick your brain for a little financial advice. You see, my mom and I just recently closed our old bank account, and we're looking to open a new one. We were just wondering if you knew of any good banks to recommend?
Well. How did I know that I hadn't seen the last of the trashy girl trying to worm her way into my family? You really are clueless. Do you know that? I mean, don't you know anything about banking? You have to run to the guy who punched you to ask for help? Oh, what am I thinking? You were raised by a single mother. You two probably don't even have 5 cents between you both. But you really think you can just talk to me as if you're one of my clients? I know that you're up to something, but your little tricks aren't going to work on me. I'm not some ordinary run-of-the-mill bank teller who you can just go and tell some sob story to and expect me to jump at whatever you ask.
You really don't think that my mom and I have any money at all. Why? What makes you think that? Why would we even have a bank account in the first place if we didn't have money?
And just how does some loser like you get money? You have some lame little job that makes you feel good about yourself or something like that? You really are just pathetic. Do you know that?
Well, I have a job that actually features a lot of writing, if you want to know. Although I'm not sure why you're so set on trying to say things that will upset me.
And you're telling me that you actually make a living off of your writing? Somehow I seriously doubt that. You probably barely even make enough money to get by. You really shouldn't even be having a bank account. People like you aren't good enough to even engage with my profession. Honestly, what we do is like a public service for ignorant little peons like yourself.
Right. Well, okay then. That's why I'll do just like you're recommending and close my bank account.
Yeah, you do that. Then you go and stuff all your cash under your mattress and wait for someone to rob your house and leave you penniless. What do you think about that? Huh? Well, I really just don't know what to say. Although, I have to admit that you did get me. Here I thought you were doing some business with another bank, but looking over our customers' reports, it seems like you really did have an account with us that you ended up closing. So all I have to say is thank you for closing a useless account that you opened with us. You're only making our lives easier by giving us one less thing to worry about now.
You really think that my bank account is useless? You thought that it didn't add any value at all to your bank? Troy, I'm afraid if that's really what you think, then you are not even half the banker that you seem to think you are. But don't worry, you're still just as stupid as I've always thought.
Excuse me? What did you just call me? Just who in the world do you think you are to talk to me like that, huh? What do you know about my job or my world, huh? You think that some poor little nobody from a single-parent home can get away with talking to me, an elite banker, like that and get away with it? You must be out of your mind!
I'm afraid that the only person out of their minds here is the one being incredibly rude to a now former client of his. Is this really how you conduct your business?
You think that I have any business with you? You really need a wake-up call if you think that some nobody like you is even half as valuable as some of our top clients that we work with. Don't go thinking that you're all important to anyone or for anything. You're nothing. You're a speck, a statistic, and that's it. You, your family, and your entire existence is just meaningless.
Are you really telling me that I need a wake-up call to reality? That is really, really rich coming from you. But maybe your mind is just starting to slow down in your old age. Or maybe it's your eyesight that's starting to wither away. You know, if you'd like, I can help you find a good optometrist who works well with the elderly.
Okay, you little brat. You keep running your mouth and see what happens. You're only saying all of this because you're hiding behind a screen right now. But if you were here, you wouldn't be saying one word of any of this.
You say that, and yet you really don't seem to understand the damage that you've single-handedly caused to your company. I mean, I suppose you will eventually, though. As for me, I'm just glad that I chose not to leave my $30 million sitting in a bank with such an irresponsible banker. So thank you so much for making it clear to me that banking with you was not a smart option at all. You've made the decision to close my account very simple.
What in the world are you even talking about? You really are crazy if you think that some idiot, poor, stupid, fat, stinky, no good, low down, worthless, scummy woman like you has anywhere close to $30 million.
I'm curious then, Troy. You don't exactly strike me as the intellectual type, so I'm not sure if you read, but have you heard of the author that just goes by the name Iris?
And now you go and change the subject when you realize that I've got you cornered and called you out on your lie. Is this how you were raised? To lie and then jump from topic to topic to avoid getting caught up? And yes, of course I've heard of Iris. She's famous all over the world. She's a best-selling author in every country. She's a huge deal. You really think I wouldn't know about her?
Ah, okay. Perhaps you're not as uncultured as I thought you were at first, then. It's good to know that you've actually heard of Iris.
Of course I've heard of Iris. The only way that someone might not have heard of her is if they were illiterate or living under a rock. Which begs the question how a stupid girl like you even knows about Iris.
Ah, well, you see, there is actually a rather simple reason for that. The reason why I know who Iris is because she is me.
Excuse me? What is that supposed to mean? Now I know that you really are just some crazy poor lady. I knew I was right to keep you away from my son. You're just after our money.
You really have no idea what you're talking about at all right now, Troy. After all, you remember me telling you that I had a job in writing, right? That's not all that I've done, though. About 6 months ago, I won the Nobel Prize in Literature and have been rather busy on a book signing tour all across the country and even a few others as well. That's how I ended up with $30 million that I used to hold at your bank.
Oh, come on. Do you really think I'm so stupid as to fall for such an obvious lie? You probably haven't even read any of her books. You probably just heard about her doing all of that on TV and thought you would try and steal her name and impersonate her. Isn't that right? Do you hate being from a single-parent home so much that you have to go around and pretend to be someone that you're not just to feel okay about yourself?
I really do think that you might want to take a second closer to look at those customer reports that you were mentioning to me earlier, Troy.
Okay, so I tried doing what you said, although I don't know why. I looked at your customer report again and saw that you put down your occupation as an author. But so what? Do you think that even means anything to me? It certainly isn't enough proof to show that you were Iris like you've been claiming to be. You're probably just some hack write who calls herself an author. But really, you just write repetitive stories for some webtoon series on YouTube or something like that. You think that anyone actually watches what you write? You think you can even call yourself an author with a job like that?
I really have no idea where you even got the idea that that's what I did for a living, but you could not be more wrong. Of course, if you don't want to believe me, then I suppose that really is a you problem. It doesn't really affect me either way, and it won't change how this all shakes out.
How this all shakes out? What is that supposed to mean? Do you really think that someone like you is even going to be able to touch an elite banker such as myself? You're a nobody. A loser.
It's a bit odd being called a loser by the banker who just lost his employer some $30 million. Are you sure you want to throw names around like that?
You're a moron. Do you know that? I mean, do you have any idea how a bank even works? You think you can just put in an order to move around a sum like $30 million and the bank will just make it happen right away? You think that just because 3 days has passed that everything has been taken care of? I don't care who you are. The bank system is not about to let huge numbers like that be moved around without a bit more scrutiny. I mean, what? You think that banks are just going to take the money of millionaires and billionaires, make them their most important client, and then enact policies that favor them over the average account holder? I don't know what world you're living in, but banks are the most moral institution in this entire country. So don't talk as if you know what you're talking about. But I don't even know why I'm bothering to explain to you at all how banks work and don't work. Because the fact of the matter is that you may be an author, but there's no way in hell that someone like you has ever had anything approaching $30 million.
Well, you should know that my mother called the bank not moments after you had punched me in the face. She said that she wanted to remove the money from her account and that she would hold on to it for a while. And in the end, we decided that we were going to be taking our business elsewhere, so she asked me to look into finding a new bank to hold on to our money. After all, not only did you, a banker with the bank that we used to bank with, insult me, but you insulted my mother and the work that she put into raising us. And on top of all of that, despite the fact that I was invited to your home by your wife, who was arranging a date for your son and I, you had the gall to assault me.
Wait a second. So then, you're saying that you moved the money out even earlier? And that there really has been $30 million this entire time?
I mean, it's what I've been trying to tell you this whole time. You said you were too smart to fall for a lie like that, but you're actually just too stupid to look the truth in the face.
Oh, come on. There's still just no way that that's true at all. I mean, I just refuse to believe that you ever had anything close to $30 million ever in your entire life. You really need to work on your lying. Because if you are starting with something so outrageous, no one is ever going to believe a single word that you have to say.
Tisk tisk, I guess I really did expect too much from you. I mean, you go on and on and on and on about how much an elite bank you are, but you let this huge thing fall right off your radar. I guess you were just so focused on the fact that I was raised by just my mother that you let that blind you to everything else that you should have been paying attention to this whole time. But I suppose this is what you get for thinking so highly of yourself and looking down on people just because of the conditions of their birth. Something they have no power to control at all.
Oh, just shut up already. I am so sick and tired of you going on and on and on and on and on about all your life's problems. I don't care. So what? So you closed a bank account. Big deal. I don't see how any of this can be tied back to me at all.
Oh, trust me, there is plenty to tie this all back to you, and you are going to be in lots of trouble when your higher up realizes the mistake you've made.
What are you talking about? Why in the world would my higher ups care at all about why some nobody closed a bank account? Like I said, you need to stop presuming so much about how banks work. You have no idea what you're talking about at all.
Actually, if you must know, my mom and I were asked by the bank about why we were closing our account with them. I told them I would only tell our reason to whoever was in charge of supervising you. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised at all if your bosses at the bank were all having a meeting right now discussing what should be done about you for all the damage that your ignorant attitude has caused. I mean, after all, why would they bother to keep an employee who was so rude to one of the bank customers that you pushed them into closing their $30 million bank account?
You really are delusional. You know that? You think you're something special? You're nothing. You're nobody. You were just raised by your mother, and that means you'll never ever accomplish anything. Do you understand that? Our bank doesn't need people like you.
Oh, I'm afraid that's where you are very, 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 very wrong. You see, your bank does need people like me, but who they don't need at all is people like you. But your career has been all but over since my mom made her call to the bank. You go on and on about how elite you are, but I think you just use that as an excuse to look down on others. I mean, you couldn't even do the research to realize who it was that your wife was proposing your son go out with. And you do realize that the pretext for us going out would have been marriage, right? Well, anyways, the least you can do is be a good banker now and go down honorably. It's over for you. Get it?
No! You're lying to me, and I know you are. There's no way at all that some nobody like you and her poor stupid mother could take me down. I don't believe you, and nothing you say is ever going to change my mind. Do you understand me? You've finally taken this whole stupid game of yours way too far. I mean, really? What are you trying to do with this, huh? What's the big idea? Did you really file a formal complaint about me at my bank? You need to go and rescind that right now. Got it?
I'm sorry, but I feel like I was victimized by you in your capacity as an employee at the bank where you work at. So I think I'm well within my rights to file a complaint. And of course, you should also know that I've filed a report with the police about assaulting me as well, so you have that to look forward to as well.
I don't believe this. You really don't know who you're messing with, do you? In all my years working as a banker, I have never once had a complaint filed against me. Do you understand? Now, you're going to call the bank, ask for my supervisor, and tell her the truth. You're going to tell her that you made the whole story up and that none of it is true at all. And then you're going to show up at my bank and apologize.
You really still don't understand your standing in all of this, do you? You don't have any right to be ordering me around right now.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I'm sick, and tired of having to be talked to like this from a little nobody like you. Just call the bank and tell them that you don't want to file a complaint against me anymore.
But I don't understand. Why in the world would I go and do something like that then when I want to file a complaint against you? And just who are you to try and tell me what I can and can't do?
Who do I think I am? I think I'm the elite banker talking to some poor, stupid little nobody who was only raised with one parent. No wonder you don't have any manners. You never had a father around to discipline you when you misbehaved. But I can't blame a man for wanting to run away from someone like your mom. I mean, if you're anything like her at all, and given that she was the only one who raised you, I can't see who else you'd resemble. Then your dad was justified in leaving you both. And now look at you. You're going around lying about who you are and how much money you have. All that so you can try and target and bully and harass a poor father who just want to protect his son from a gold digger like you?
Wow, you really don't know what you're talking about at all. You do know that my mom attended the same private school as your wife, right? That's where they met, after all. My family isn't poor at all, and my mom comes from quite a bit of money and power, if you must know. Sure, she had some trouble raising me from time to time, but we were never living on the edge. But if you have something to say about how my mom was raised and brought up, then you might want to think about what you're saying about your own wife as well.
Oh, come on. There you go again, just spouting out horrible lies to try and distract me from the topic at hand. There is no way that your mother and my wife went to the same school. It's just impossible. I refuse to believe it, and nothing you say is ever going to change my mind.
You know, you keep going on and on about how you think my mom and I are lowlifes who are poor and stupid and worthless to you. But now I have to wonder if the years aren't starting to affect your memory.
Oh, shut up about my age already. You're such a brat. Do you know that? I'll have you know that I'm working as good as I did when I was younger, and I don't have anything wrong with me at all.
Well, I guess if you say so, but the fact of the matter is that your wife and my mom are friends, right? I mean, did you not realize that my mom was there at your wedding? And when my grandpa died, your wife attended his funeral to be there for my mom as well. I'm sure you have no idea about any of this, though. But I'll have you know that your wife is someone very special in both my mom and my life as well. She did so much to help my mom raise me, and she really is like an aunt to me.
Now I know for a fact that you're lying. Do you really think that my wife would ever care about nobodies like you? I don't know how your mom and my wife met, but I'm sure that your mom lied about herself as well. But unlike my wife, I'm not stupid enough to let some poor woman's sob story about her life blind me to the truth. I can see right through the both of you.
If you really think that, then you are just an idiot, Troy. If you really think that your wife is going to sit there and do nothing after she saw you punch me in the face just for stepping onto your property, then you really must not know her at all. I mean, I know for a fact that your wife is the kind of person to put family before anything, and I know how excited my mom and your wife were for the chance that their children might end up married and become a family. But I also knew all about you even before you reached out to me. Your wife told me all about how you have a horrible temper, and she's even showed me the marks that you've left on her when your temper got the best of you and you go after your own wife.
Shut up already! I am sick and tired of having to read message after message of lies and slander and nonsense. What happens between a man and his wife should stay between them. I don't need interlopers telling me how I should be setting my wife on straight. But you wouldn't know anything about what a strong male presence in the house looks like. If you had, then you would know that it's a man's job in the house to keep women in line.
Wow. Is that really what you think a man should be to his family? Just some authoritarian rule enforcer? All this time, I wondered why your wife has stayed with you this long. I know she's dedicated to her son, but I wondered why you. Well, now I can guess that it was probably more out of fear than anything. That's clearly your weapon of choice when it comes to manipulating your family, but that's not okay. You are nothing but an abuser. You're worse than the worst person I have ever met. And for what you've done to me, my mother, and your own wife, I am going to make sure that you pay.
You better just keep out of my family affairs if you know what's good for you. Or else, I won't be afraid to put you back in your place again. I was holding back last time, but I won't this time.
You keep telling me to butt out of your family's business as if it has nothing to do with me. But I've told you how close your wife is to my family. She's like an aunt to me. It wasn't just my mom who raised me, you know. Your wife was there every step of the way as well. She raised me with the same love and care that I'm sure she gave your son. She was the only one there for my mom when my dad ran away. Well, that and my mom's vast estate and wealth, of course. But now that I can finally help return the favor of all that your wife has done for my family, I am not going to let you get away with this. You are going to pay for this, Troy.
You keep saying you're not going to let me get away with this and that you're going to make me pay. But you can't do anything to me at all. You're a nobody. You're not a famous author. You don't come from money. And I'm going to see you buried by the time I'm done with you. Hey! You've got some nerve letting your daughter talk to me the way that she has been. Do you have any idea the kind of disrespect that Carly has been showing someone of my stature? This is all your fault. You should have raised her better.
Ah, Troy, I was wondering when I was going to hear from you. You sure have a way with words, do you know that? But I think you might need to find something new to write about. Your grudge against my daughter is really not a good look, you know.
Oh, shut up already, you old hag. Don't you start disrespecting me now, too. I'll see you and your daughter ruined forever. You don't get to talk to me like that. Don't you know who I am?
Oh, I know exactly who you are. You are a banker at the very end of your career, about to be fired because of your abusive comments you make towards your clients. But I do wish you all the best with your job hunt. After all that you've put Carly and I through, I hope that you don't think your current bank is going to give you any kind of recommendation anywhere.
What is that supposed to mean? You have no idea what you're talking about. You think I'm gonna lose my job for handling some garbage like they ought to be?
Well, that certainly was the impression that I got when I talked to your supervisor a while ago, if you must know.
I know that you put your daughter up to this little business about the $30 million. There's no way that a girl as stupid as her, who was raised by you, could think of that.
I'm afraid you're dead wrong about that. I didn't tell my daughter to tell you anything, and as for the $30 million, well, all of that was true. Have you really not even checked around with other bankers to confirm what she was talking about? You go on and on about what an elite banker you are, and yet you haven't even done the bare minimum of making sure what you're saying is true.
Why would I bother checking anything when I know that you and your daughter are nothing but a couple of liars, huh? You think you can order me around and send me running around in circles? Well, it's not gonna happen.
Oh, Troy, I just really don't know what to do with you at all if you're going to be acting this way. I mean, you can't say that Carly and I haven't been trying to warn you about the consequences of your actions this whole time. But if you're really too arrogant or lazy to do the bare minimum of due diligence, then I suppose you'll just wait to see the consequences of your actions on your own. And if the only reason that you're messaging me right now is to hurl insults at my daughter and I, then I don't think I have anything left to say to you. And so, in the end, Troy's life became an illustrative example of how one gets hoisted with his own petard. Troy was so angry and sure that he was right about his assumptions that he couldn't even recognize the scenery changing around him. His wife finally left him, saying that she was absolutely appalled at the way he assaulted a girl she had known for half her life. I had known that she was married when I was little, but I also understood that Troy had little interest in things that didn't directly concern him. Later on, Troy was served notice from the bank that he was being fired for abusing clients and not doing his job properly. After that, he was arrested by the police and taken in because he hit me. He was forced to pay out a huge amount of money to me and is currently spending time in jail for his crimes. After all that happened, Troy's wife finally introduced me to her son. The very first thing he did was apologize about how his father had acted and said that he'd always wanted to stand up to his father, and that he was so impressed by me. I was also blown away by how charming and well-spoken he was, nothing like his father. We have our first date together this weekend. Thankfully, the bruising on my face from where Troy punched me is light enough to be covered with makeup. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
How long are you gonna take? I've been standing here forever waiting for you, Hannah. Haven't you finished getting ready yet? I'm starting to get super impatient.
Look, I'm almost ready. Just need a little bit more time. Besides, aren't we right on schedule? What's the big hurry, Eric? I'm just trying to make myself look good.
But I don't get it. Why do women always take so long to get ready? Why is it taking you so long just to change clothes? You're taking your sweet time, Hannah.
Well, the dress I want to wear is very important to me, Eric. I want all the accessories to look gorgeous and match with each other. I'm actually looking forward to the reception the most. I know that I've been very particular when it comes to things, especially the wedding cake, but I'm excited to see it in real life. I bet it'll look great.
Okay. Now that you mention being particular about things, I need to speak to you about something. You know my friend Brody, right? He'll be coming to the reception?
Wait a minute, what did you just say? You invited Brody to the reception? I've not heard anything about him coming. Since when did he get an invite to the reception?
Well, didn't you say to me earlier that one person couldn't make it to the reception today because they suddenly came down with some illness? So I called Brody so that he could fill the space of the guest who won't be there today. He's a friend, and I want him to be there to celebrate.
Did you really do that and not tell me? Didn't I tell you to stop calling Brody and hanging out with him, Eric? I thought I made that very clear to you. That person, he's always been a prankster, and I don't appreciate the jokes he makes. Also, when he drinks, it can get even worse. I can't stand to be around him. Eric, how many times has he come over to the house uninvited, gotten drunk, and also destroyed all of the things we own? Brody is nothing but bad news, babe.
Oh, come on, Hannah. Lighten up a little bit, okay? Don't take what he does to heart so much. It's okay. It'll be fun. He's not going to cause any trouble, so it'll be fine.
There is nothing okay with how he behaves, okay? Also, he always takes inappropriate videos of people's behavior. What's up with that? It's kind of strange.
It's because he's a streamer, Hannah. That's what he does a lot of the time, and he's really good at it. He's gotten quite famous because of it. He's not that inappropriate anyway. Plus, it sounds like there's going to be some sort of surprise for you during the reception, so you can look forward to that happening.
By any chance, is this a surprise from you? Don't tell me it's not from Brody. Eric, don't let him do anything. Stop this. I don't need any surprises at the reception.
Oh, don't be such a spoil sport, Hannah. You need to stop hesitating so much when it comes to what Brody does. He's a funny guy, and of course he means no harm.
I'm not being hesitant. I just know Brody's true self. He gives off bad vibes and you know it. So please, I'm begging you, don't let Brody do anything at all.
Hey, you stop being like this, Hannah. Look, it's almost time for the reception to start, all right? You need to stop going on and on about this and hurry up.
Hey, don't you be like this. I'm warning you. Please, don't let Brody do anything. I really just want him to sit and be quiet throughout the reception, okay?
Hey, what's going on, Hannah? What's gotten into you today? Why have you gotten so upset all of a sudden? You're overreacting a bit, you know.
This is absolutely terrible. Everything has been ruined. Why would you let this happen to me when you're supposed to be my loving and caring husband? When we were just about to cut the cake, I was pushed. The cake's an utter mess because of that. I can't believe what just happened.
Huh? What are you talking about? Don't you think you're exaggerating a little bit, Hannah? So what if you've got a cake face during the ceremony? There's really no need for you to get so angry about it. I think it was a good laugh considering everything was taken so seriously up until that point, huh?
I can't believe you could possibly say something like that to me right now, Eric. I did a lot of research into getting the best cake for the wedding, and it was made so well. The caterers took great care in getting it ready for us, and now my dress... I might have to give up on trying to get it clean since the stains won't come off. My mother was really looking forward to this day for so long. My brother even made an effort to bring his own camera and be the photographer. Don't you realize that he was wanting to make an album for us as a gift? He was taking so many pictures of what happened.
Well, that's great, isn't it? You'll be able to have a picture of that moment. Isn't that fantastic that he was able to do that for us? If you're gonna be so particular about the cake, why not use it to your advantage by making it help you stand out? And about the dress, everyone knows that you made it yourself, so there's no issue in having to return it or removing stains. It'll be like a memory. I don't think the stains will cause any trouble for you, so when you think about it, there are no problems, Hannah. So there's no need to act this way.
Are you kidding me right now, Eric? There is nothing but problems right now, you stupid man. Everything has turned into a mess, and everything's been ruined by me being pushed into the cake.
Look, stop being so aggro over what happened. It was quite funny, and I'm sure the guests found it interesting to watch. You know what, Hannah? I'm really glad I didn't ask about Brody coming today. I'm really glad that I listened to his advice since you really need to relax more. He's gonna make you famous, Hannah. I think he posted a video on his streaming channel. The views are going up super quickly. I can't believe it.
Are you seriously kidding me right now? You're caring about the number of views on a video rather than about your own wife? Don't you realize how much you've stepped in it now, Eric? Do you know how I even feel right now? Do you even care? I can't believe you. Have you gone mad or something? You've done nothing like this since we started dating. I thought you would have grown up a bit by now, Eric. How could I be swept away by a man like you?
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean? You always end up in a bad mood when things like this happen. You can never take a joke, Hannah. You're seriously such a cold-hearted person, and I wish you would lighten up about my different sense of humor. Maybe some alcohol will loosen you up. You really need to cut this mood out. You're such a downer to be around when you're like this. It was just a prank and it was funny, so laugh about it, huh? Come on, it was just a joke that was made by a really good friend of mine. It might not have been the best joke, but it was one all the same. Look, just wash up a little bit more if you want to and come back so we can continue on with the ceremony and have a good time like we're supposed to do on our wedding day.
How long can you sink with this, Eric? You're being so horrible about this and not even acknowledging how I feel. It's such a crappy thing to do to your wife.
Come on, Hannah, lighten up. You need to stop taking things so seriously. I don't care about what you're feeling like at the moment. Just come back and have some fun.
Hey, Matt, are you there? I'm just wondering if you've got your phone on you. Is it all right if we talk? It's quite important. I just need to talk to someone.
Hannah? Oh my God, I was wondering if you were trying to get in touch with one of us. Of course, talk to me. Are you okay?
I am so furious right now, Matt. I'm so angry. I just feel like my head is about to pop off. I can't seem to calm down at all. I just want to scream the roof down on this place.
I will say Mom, Dad, and everyone else were quite surprised when you suddenly jumped into the cake. I don't know, the angle was off, so we weren't sure at first. Then apparently it was an accident, but then you said that Eric pushed you into the cake and that's how it got all over you. How could a groom do that sort of thing to his bride?
It was all that Brody's fault. You know, Eric's so-called friend. How could he have possibly persuaded my own husband to do this to me? I can't believe he went along with this beyond stupid idea. This is the worst and most embarrassing thing that's happened to me in a long time.
I completely agree with you, sister. You're right that they've completely ruined the mood of the whole reception. It wasn't even funny. I was more worried if you'd seriously hurt yourself since he shoved you pretty hard. Also, I'm pretty sure I recognized that Brody from somewhere.
Oh, really? Do you know who he is? Don't tell me he's an acquaintance of yours, is he? I couldn't stand the fact if Eric had introduced you to him or something like that.
Oh no, I haven't been acquainted with him or anything like that, no. I just know he's gotten famous, but not in a good way like most people. He made everyone fall completely silent after you ran out of the venue. We've all gotten this special day set up for you both and could have done without this happening.
I know what you mean. Things were going according to plan until he showed up and made Eric act all crazy. I swear I can never forgive what they did to me.
Of course, I don't blame you. It's natural to feel that way, especially since they humiliate you, Hannah. We have to make them regret what they did to you.
Yeah, I wish that I could do something like that. I absolutely would love that. I feel like they need to pay for what they did to me. I shouldn't feel like this on such a happy day.
Hey, I've messaged you like a dozen times now, Hannah. How long are you going to keep me waiting? It's been a while since you've gotten changed. What are you doing? Even Brody started to get bored of waiting on you to come back. So he turned around and said that he was going home. I'm getting bored too.
After you both set up that stupid little prank at our reception, you turn around and say those things to my face? Are you kidding me? Do you even know what you did?
Oh my God, really, Hannah? You're still acting like this? It just shows that neither you nor the other attendees today understand this type of humor at all. No matter what way you look at it, it's been a funny moment in our reception, right? As proof of that, the number of views is rising on the video that was uploaded. It's because of Brody. He's made you famous because of that prank we pulled on you. He's an expert who's got a good sense of how viewers will see you.
So in other words, Eric, you've prioritized the reactions of people on the other side of a phone screen rather than your own wife?
Oh, come on, Hannah, stop this. The prank sideshow was fun. Admit it. You should follow in Brody's footsteps. You're so funny. If you did hilarious stuff like this, then maybe I'd actually think of you as my funny wife who's carefree and likes to have fun, okay? So if you're good, come back to the reception. Let's just get back to having some fun, Hannah. I'll be in trouble with Brody if you don't get back here and show me a bit of love and affection.
Are you for real, Eric? You're really such an idiot, and you're not thinking about me or how I feel at all. I've decided to cancel the rest of the wedding.
Wait, what? Well, just hold on there, Hannah. What did you just say? Why would you want to cancel the rest of the wedding?
The only thing you care about now is yourself and that stupid idiot Brody's reaction. Isn't that correct? Did you even notice what looks my family were giving you? Do you have any idea what you've done to me and how you've made me and my family feel? Don't you understand anything?
Yeah, okay, I saw them with their stunned faces. They said something about me needing to protect you, but you still got hurt anyway, or something like that. Oh, your entire family is so hard-headed, Hannah. It's embarrassing. They don't laugh at anything. How can they not think that prank was funny?
Eric, you know the type of dress I was wearing, right? That type of dress was worn in the early 1900s, you moron!
Yeah, so what's that got to do with anything? It's a nice dress. And so what if there are a few stains on it now? You can look back on that memory and laugh.
It's a very historic ball gown that was worn by American aristocrats when they would have a ball at their mansions. The price of it can reach tens of thousands of dollars, Eric.
What the heck, Hannah? That dress is worth tens of thousands of dollars? How is that even possible? Why would a piece of clothing be worth that much?
Well, you were wrong about me making it before. It was passed down to me from my great-grandmother. It was old, and I kept it in good condition. I knew that it needed some repairs, so I paid a bit to get it fixed. And all the effort has gone down the drain, all because of a stupid prank that Brody and you did.
No, come on, Hannah. I had no idea that you were wearing such an expensive dress. I also had no idea that it was passed down through your family. How was I to know if you never told me about it? Why are you wearing such an expensive dress to a reception like this in the first place? It makes no sense.
What's so bad about wearing a dress like this at my wedding that only happens usually once in someone's lifetime, Eric? What makes this so hard for you to understand? It's true that I was trying to be more careful and being a bit more serious about things because I didn't want to get it dirty or anything like that. I had planned to wear it from the time I entered the reception room to when we cut the cake together, and then that little stunt you pulled happened. I wanted to greet everyone and show it off in front of the guests. So I wanted to make a toast, enjoy a couple of drinks with you, and then cut the cake. I wanted to wear it for a little bit, just for a short period of time. What is so wrong with that? I wanted to only wear it for an hour, and it gets ruined during that time?
I didn't even get told about anything like that, Hannah. If I knew about the dress, I would have also been more careful around you. I wouldn't have let anything happen to you.
I thought you knew what I was wearing. That, or you weren't listening to me. I was supposed to be wearing my great-grandmother's dress, and now it's been completely stained. How many times do I have to repeat myself to let you know how bad your judgments were when you shoved me into that cake?
Okay, I get it, all right? You've told me quite a few times now. But I still don't get why you'd wear something so expensive when maybe you might have spilled something on yourself.
The price of what I wore has nothing to do with what you've done to me. Even if I wore a cheaper dress, I'd still be mad at what you did to me. You're the one who thought it was okay to get my dress all stained and dirty, even though I took such good care of it. You used me to satisfy your own desires, which was to completely humiliate me and to show off in front of your stupid friend Brody. Do you really think that prank actually shows how great you are, Eric?
I mean, there's so much that I didn't know about. If you just said those things to me before all of this was supposed to happen, then I would have forced myself into the cake instead.
I know for a fact you wouldn't have done that. You care about your looks way too much to sacrifice your own outfit. I'm going to have you pay for the dress and the wedding. Of course, I'm also breaking up with you because I can't stand to see your smug face anymore. You've gone way too far this time, Eric. I don't want to have anything to do with you ever again.
Wait a minute, Hannah. Don't do this to me. Don't you think you're overreacting a little bit to this? This is too much, okay? It was just a silly joke. Can you at least admit that this was kind of also your fault, too? You didn't speak up about the details of your dress.
People who mess up on a special day and say surprise when it's obviously some prank that's being pulled should be living on a different planet.
Okay, please, just stop this. That's enough. You know I've had enough of you, too. I'm leaving. I can't stand being around here any longer. This wedding is finally over, and this is also your fault, too. Don't put all the blame on me. You need to go and put your head in an ice bucket to calm down. You're such a cold-hearted person, Hannah. Hey, what's going on here? What on earth are you planning on doing, Hannah? You're so sneaky and conniving. I can't believe you'd do something like this to me.
Well, there was no way that I was going to let you and the other people who ruined my wedding day get away with what they did, okay? You need to pay.
You're such a coward. How dare you do this to me? Stop scheming everyone into believing your side of the story. I know you're trying to surround yourself with relatives. I can't believe that I've been locked up in some waiting room. My parents aren't listening to me or taking my side in this. They've turned against me. And also, on top of me being locked up, Brody's been locked up as well. Why would you do something like this to him when he was only making a joke?
It wasn't a very funny joke, Eric, and I don't know how many times I have to repeat that. Of course your parents have apologized to me many times already for this. They know what happened was wrong. You know, I probably should be talking to you face to face about this, but I really don't feel like it right now. I guess I'll just say a few things in this message so I can get my point across. Also, I mean to tell you, my cousins who are guarding the door are professional boxers. Can you imagine what would happen to you if you tried to force yourself out of the room? It really wouldn't end well for you now, would it?
Why are you doing this to me? Everyone makes mistakes, Hannah. And it's a shame your dress got ruined, but it was just an honest mistake. We're going to become a proper married couple now, so if we're already stumbling through things we have to work through, I can't predict what's to come in our future.
I already told you what's happening, Eric. We're not getting married, not after what happened earlier today. I have had enough of your immaturity. I've listened to enough of your crap, especially about your idiot friend Brody. I told you he was never invited, and it was wrong of you to invite such an immature person. Don't you understand that I was supposed to be your wife and that you're supposed to support me and be by my side, Eric? Do you realize that at all? What's wrong with your brain, Eric? Why aren't you using it properly? Was doing the prank more important than getting married today?
Crap, Hannah. Why do you overreact like this? I just wanted to make you laugh on our special day because you were being so serious.
On top of this, my dress was completely ruined by the cake. My great-grandmother cherished that dress until the day she passed away. That dress, she wore it when she danced with a man that she liked at one of the balls she attended when she was younger. Don't you think that's so romantic, Eric?
Yeah, I guess it's romantic. I don't know, I never really knew that about your great-grandmother because I didn't know about the dress.
However, in those days, they decided on a different matchmaking partner. She never got to be with the person she loved. This was the only dress she left me. I guess no one really had a lot of experience wearing this dress, so it's horrible that it didn't get to shine like it was supposed to today.
Okay, I get it. But what's this got to do with anything when all I want is to be let out of this room? Can't you tell your cousins to back off?
Look, that's why I wanted to wear such a nice gown today. Because I wanted to be happy and be in a loving and happy space. You know, I didn't think something like this would happen. This dress just feels like a curse to wear now, since it'll tear any relationship between a man and a woman up. Everything is fallen apart when someone wears this dress.
Oh my God. Now that you say that, yes, that's so true. It's all because of that curse on the dress. That's why we're in this situation right now, Hannah. It was technically your fault now that I think about it. You really did make the wrong choice in wearing that really unlucky dress, Hannah.
Oh, shut up, Eric. Are you that stupid to actually believe that the dress is really cursed? It was just something I made up. I'm not going to blame myself for getting the dress ruined. Is this your way of trying to feel less guilty for what you did? Is that even possible? You're now making my family, the descendants of nobility, your enemy.
Well, even though they were once aristocrats, they aren't anymore, are they, Hannah? They're no different from ordinary people, okay? Your family are just ordinary people with super boring lives. All you are is an office lady that has the same boring routine day after day. What's so scary about that?
Well, I guess you're correct in saying that my family are just like ordinary people, yes. However, one of my relatives is the president of a major corporation. Didn't you notice that? I heard that my relative's company is trying to invest in the company that you work at, Eric. Maybe they were seeking to form a good work-based partnership.
Excuse me? What did you just say? There's someone in your family who's a CEO? I had no idea about that. I hadn't heard a word about it.
Well, it's because I didn't talk about my relatives before I wanted to get married to you. But since they're quite famous, I thought you could tell just by looking at them. Do you seriously not know who I'm talking about, Eric? They're a pretty notable figure in the business industry. It's hard not to know them.
What the heck are you on about, Hannah? Why did you never mention this person in your family in the first place?
He was once a former member of many well-known associations and was also a conglomerate as well. Even after it was disbanded, he still had a major stronghold in the company.
What the heck? Are you kidding me right now? Why was I not told about this guy? You could have been my ticket into bigger and better things.
Well, even if I don't say anything about what happened today, I'm sure that he will since he holds so much power in the business industry. You know, he might turn around and say something like, I can't trust your company to hire this type of employee. No pranksters allowed.
No, please, stop this. That's not funny, Hannah. There's one thing I take seriously, it's my job. Look, I can't stand it when someone criticizes me about things I do outside of work. Hey, I understand what I did was wrong, okay? I understand that the dress means a lot to you and that you value it a lot. I've got flaws too, and that prank went too far. I know that now. So please just think about how this will look for me and just take what happened with a grain of salt, okay? This really is my bad.
I can't just take this lightly, Eric. That's why I'm going out of my way to convey my feelings in this way and also make you pay for what happened to me today. Look, if you just agree to the terms that I give you, we won't tell your company what's happened and that it was an honest mistake.
Terms? You're not going to make me sign some sort of contract or something, are you? What on earth are you talking about, Hannah?
To make this whole thing go away, you need to cut ties with Brody forever. You're not to have any contact with him ever again. Then you convince him to apologize to me.
Are you seriously kidding me? There's absolutely no way that's gonna happen, Hannah. It's impossible. He'll never agree to that. We're friends, and he's not good at saying sorry.
What did you just say to me? How can you not do that after everything he's done to me today? He owes me an apology, and he's a terrible influence on you.
Brody is just a very different person, and he doesn't have the same sort of point of view as you, Hannah. He's a famous video streamer, all right? He's the kind of person who likes to attract a lot of people's attention, whether that be in a good or bad way. He just doesn't apologize to ordinary people like you and me.
What's that supposed to mean? Is that how he rolls in life? I literally have no idea what that means at all. How can you not apologize to people when you do something wrong? Does this stupid idiot think he's God or something? Does he think he can get away with anything and everything all at the same time? This is despicable.
It's because he's a star, Hannah. Of course he's gonna be unapologetic. There aren't many celebrities who don't act this way. It's how the industry works. What don't you understand?
That. I don't understand how people like him get away with these pranks that actually physically and mentally hurt people. He's like us, a human being, an ordinary person. I just watched a video on his channel. It doesn't impress me what he does. It's so stupid, and not many people in the videos find it funny. What kind of star is he? He gets on everyone's nerves, makes them angry, and harasses them. How can he just film these things and laugh about it? It's extremely vulgar.
This is what he's trying to film. Ordinary people just getting pranked so that people have something to laugh about. It's not a difficult concept to understand, Hannah.
I don't get it. Wouldn't you be worried about what people would think of you if you were in that situation? Can we just clear this whole mess up and do this?
But how are we supposed to clear this up when it all was a prank that people will likely forget about by tomorrow? Nothing will change, okay? So how is this gonna happen?
You'll know soon enough, Eric. I guess I've got no choice but to try and make you understand what needs to happen now.
Hey, Hannah, what am I supposed to do now? What do you think you're up to? You need to help me out here. Come on, don't be like this.
Be like what? Eric, I can't really do anything about what's happening. You just need to understand the consequences of your actions.
This isn't funny, Hannah, and you know that. You need to cut this out right now. Don't be so stupid. What did you do?
What the heck are you on about, Eric? All I did was release the video that my brother Matt took to the entire world. You know that in Brody's video of what happened today, he edited it and posted it on his channel to make it look like a huge prank when in fact it wasn't really. I just told the viewers that what actually happened to me was tragic and the worst thing that I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Well, you shouldn't have done that because now there's a huge uproar on the internet, and it's all because of you.
Oh, really? You think that it was all because of me? This wouldn't have happened if no one had pushed me into my own cake. What do you think has caused this blow-up, huh? Have you not offended a president of a large corporation before, Eric? Don't you know you ruined my dress that had huge historical and monetary value? Or are you just mad about how the truth has come out about it since Matt was the one who posted his world-famous photos of you shoving me?
I'm mad about all of it, Hannah. This could ruin me, don't you get that? Now it looks like I savagely did that to you rather than pranking you. It's all coming out now.
You know, it's become a hot topic not only in the United States, but all over the world. Isn't this great? You know, Brody seems to be really popular with teens these days. This time we're able to get so many points of view from people of different age groups and from different countries. This is great fun. This whole thing was all just an unveiling party for the video streamer that you love more than your own wife. You deserve everything you get, Eric.
No, I don't. Don't talk to me like that. I do love you. Stop saying crappy things about Brody. You need to delete what you uploaded immediately. I mean it. Take it down.
No, I'm not taking it down. Not after what you and Brody did to me. You're going to feel the wrath of not just me and my family, but the entire world now, and you deserve it. Don't you ever think about talking to me ever again. Don't contact me, and if you want to handle things, I'll see you in court. You're going down, and I hope you drag Brody with you. There's no sign of the viral video subsiding for a while, and it's even been featured on the local news. Although Brody posted an apology video, he was fired by his agency. He was forced to move out of his house and was harassed by many people. His fans were starting to walk away from him, and no one was on his side about this. Apparently, he can no longer show his face in public or walk outside without any hate thrown at him. Eric, who was also exposed to the entire world, lost his job and was disowned by his parents. He kept asking Hannah to get back together with her, so she reported him and got a restraining order put on him. She also blocked his number, and she doesn't know what happened to him after that. He must be living a miserable life in a dark place. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.